The 7 scariest characters in Peppa Pig. Number 1 will haunt you. Peppa Pig is supposed to be a show about muddy puddles and playgroup and everyone going home happy at the end of every episode. So why do some of its characters feel genuinely unsettling? Not villain unsettling, not monster unsettling. Something quieter than that and somehow worse. The kind of unsettling that creeps up on you slowly, the kind where you are watching a cheerful cartoon and then something registers in the back of your brain and you think, wait, that is not right. Today we are going through the 7 scariest characters in Peppa Pig. Some of them are hiding in plain sight. And one of them has been in every single episode from the very beginning without anyone ever noticing. Let's start with the one who seems perfectly innocent. Number 7. Mr. Fox. On the surface, Mr. Fox is just a shopkeeper. Friendly, reliable, always open for business. Whatever you need, he has it. Whatever the situation calls for, he has already stocked exactly that item and is ready to sell it to you at a moment's notice. And that is precisely what makes him suspicious. In the Children's Fate episode, he takes everything from Emily Elephant's stall without paying. A grown adult, helping himself to a child's goods without a second thought, and the show just moves on like nothing happened. In Grumpy Rabbit in Space, his son Freddy proudly announces,
"My dad sells rocks in packs of 5.
that his dad sells rocks in packs of 5. Rocks, packaged, for sale. That is not a legitimate business model. That is something else entirely. And when you combine it with the fact that Mr. Fox always has exactly what any character needs at any given moment, regardless of how specific or unusual that need is, you start to wonder what is really happening in the back of that shop. No legitimate retailer is that consistently prepared for every possible situation. Either Mr. Fox has a network of suppliers that nobody in Peppa Town knows about, or he is running something considerably less official than a corner shop. The smile never wavers, the stock never runs out, and nobody ever asks where any of it comes from. Number 6. Mr. Wolf. Most characters in Peppa Pig feel safe, warm, familiar. Mr. Wolf does not. He smiles constantly. He waves at the right moments. He says the correct polite things. But there is something sitting just underneath all of that politeness that never quite goes away. A quality that makes you watch him slightly differently from everyone else on screen. Then there are the references. Across multiple episodes, Mr. Wolf drops lines that feel less like jokes and more like warnings. In the new house episode, he looks directly at Daddy Pig and asks what the house is made of. Straw? Sticks? And then follows it up by saying, no pig wants to hear the words he is about to say.
What's it made of? Straw? Sticks?
It's made of bricks.
In a show aimed at small children, that exchange is genuinely strange. He is standing in front of a pig family, referencing the one story in which wolves destroy pig homes, and everyone just laughs and moves on. But the moment that moves Mr. Wolf from suspicious to genuinely eerie is in Howling at the Moon. His daughter Wendy teaches the other children how to howl, outside, at night, under a full moon. Heads tilted back, sound rising into the dark sky, the show frames it as a charming family tradition. That framing is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Number 5. Oscar Pig. This one is scary for a different reason entirely. Because Oscar Pig is not a character you can see. He is a character you can only feel, in the gaps, in the silences, in the details that do not add up when you look at the Pig family timeline too closely. The theory begins with a home video. In the episode Baby Bump, Peppa and George watch old footage of Peppa as a newborn. In the background of that footage, Mummy Pig is already visibly pregnant again. The timing does not match George's age. The gap is too wide, which means there was a child between them, one who arrived, existed briefly in the family's life, and then disappeared from every photo, every episode, every official record. Then there is the computer. In Mummy Pig's book, a scoreboard appears on the family screen with a username that belongs to nobody in the recognized household. Initials that have no owner. A score that somebody had to earn by actually sitting at that machine and playing. And the attic. The family never goes up there. In the power cut episode, the electricity fails, and the most logical response would be to check the upper level fuse box. Nobody moves. Nobody suggests it. The adults sit in the dark and wait for the power to come back on its own. It came back, eventually, when whoever was up there decided it should. Number 4. Peppa's evil twin. If Oscar is the hidden child from before the story began, Peppa's twin is the one who got caught on camera. An official promotional image, not fan-made, not edited, officially released, shows the Pig family posed outside their home. And in the downstairs window, visible in the background, is a small pink face that is not supposed to be there. A piglet. identical to Peppa, standing inside the house, watching her own family celebrate outside without her. The image was never explained. It was never retracted. It simply stopped being discussed. Then the old house came down. The Big Build episode demolished the original structure and raised a new one directly on the same ground. Whatever was inside the walls of the original building did not get relocated. The foundation stayed, and anything connected to it stayed too. In the new house, Peppa sleeps in a room by herself. George has his own separate space, but Peppa kept the old bunk beds, 2 beds for 1 child, and the lower bunk is hidden completely behind a thick, heavy curtain. There is no decorative reason for that curtain. In 20 years of this show, every piece of furniture exists because a deliberate creative decision placed it there. That curtain is hiding something. And the most likely explanation for what that something is has been staring at us from an official poster for years. Number 3. Miss Rabbit. Miss Rabbit does not seem scary at first. She seems impressive, hardworking, dedicated to an almost superhuman degree. That is exactly where the fear lives. Miss Rabbit is a train driver, a supermarket cashier, a rescue helicopter pilot, a librarian, a school bus driver, a taxi operator, a nurse, a gift shop owner, and, in an episode the show expects you to accept completely seriously, a gift shop owner on the moon. She holds every public-facing role in Peppa Town simultaneously, and she is never visibly tired, never off duty, never anywhere other than exactly where she needs to be. The American special makes the impossibility impossible to ignore. The Pig family travels across an entire country, and Miss Rabbit is at the car rental desk when they land, at the Grand Canyon when they visit, at the top of the Empire State Building when they arrive in New York. One character, one country, multiple locations separated by thousands of miles. In a diner episode, Peppa finally acknowledges what the audience has been silently processing. She spots another Miss Rabbit and points it out. The response is cheerful and immediate. There are a lot of us around. A lot of us.
It's another Miss Rabbit.
Yep, there's a lot of us around.
Not a coincidence, not a joke, a confirmation. The question is not whether there are multiple Miss Rabbits. The question is how many, and who gave the order to deploy them everywhere at once. Number 2, the narrator. He has been present for every single episode. You have heard his voice more times than you can count. You have never seen his face, never learned his name, and never once heard a single character acknowledge that he exists. The narrator knows everything, not just what is happening on screen, what characters are thinking, what they are about to say, what is inside rooms before anyone has opened the door. In the New House episode, he describes the layout of rooms the family has not yet entered. He is not observing the story, he is ahead of it. Some fans believe he is a ghost. Others believe he is a surveillance operative with access to every home in Peppa Town. The most haunting theory connects him to Susie Sheep, a father who can no longer be physically present in his daughter's life, watching from outside the frame, narrating her adventures because it is the only way he can still be part of them. But the detail that makes the narrator genuinely frightening is not any single theory. It is the simple fact that in over 400 episodes across more than 20 years of broadcasting, not one character has ever looked up and said, "Who is that voice?" They cannot hear him, but he can hear everything. Number 1, Oscar Pig is not alone. We said Oscar was scary because you cannot see him, but what if the reason you cannot see him is that he does not want to be seen? Oscar has access to the wiring of the house. He demonstrated that in the power cut episode, killing the electricity without warning and restoring it on his own timeline for his own reasons. He has a saved score on the family computer, which means he moves through the house at night while everyone is sleeping. He has been present in that building for years, coexisting with a family that either does not know he is there or is too afraid to say so out loud. And now the house is bigger. More rooms, more hidden spaces, a larger attic with more room to move around in, more corners that the camera never quite reaches. Oscar did not leave when the old house came down. He moved up. He is more comfortable now than he has ever been, more established. And if Peppa's twin is behind that curtain on the lower bunk, and Oscar is settled into the expanded attic above everyone's heads, then the Pig family is not a household of 5. It is a household of 7. 4 of them recognized, 3 of them living in the walls behind curtains and above ceilings, watching the family below go about their perfectly normal days without ever looking up. That yellow house on the hill is not as cheerful as it looks. It never was. Drop a comment telling us which character scared you the most. And subscribe for more Peppa Pig theories that will completely change how you watch this show.